interesting bit there.
Cool. Absolutely. So how was your week? What have you been working around?
So my week was really bad to start with. I mean, Anthropic had kind of banned the model for OpenClaw, right?
Yeah.
So that's where my week started, and initially it was working, and then it started. So they gave $100 kind of credit as well for us to play with and use it. But when I started using it with my model, almost $25-30 were exhausted within 3 or 4 queries within an
Wow.
hour. So I was like, wow, so this is not going to work at all, right? If I'm using $25 credit within an hour and for a whole month, that will be like huge bill. So that became my primary most important thing to figure out which model could I use with my OpenClaw, right? Because I had kind of gotten addicted to that way of working through WhatsApp, getting things done, right? So I did a very formalized kind of I experimented with GPT. So I did test a lot of models, including GPT 5.4, 5.4 mini, and then I tested Quen models, and then I tested Gemma models, all 4 of them that were released, and then I tested basically GLM 5.1 and 5. So all of these I kind of tested on OpenRouter because I wanted to kind of quantify as to if a model is able to get things done, how many tokens it's consuming, what kind of price I'm paying, right? So I wanted to quantify all of that, which is what I ended up doing. And I realized that GLM 5.1 and GLM 5 are very good models to use with OpenClaw. And the pricing was, I mean, so I had given it not a very difficult task. I can give the link of the article that I wrote about it. It was not a very difficult task, but it used my entire workflow, right? So that's where it was a pertinent test for me as to, if it's able to do this, then it will be able to do whatever I require it to do, right? So that's where I documented that test, and then I documented all the responses that I got from all of these models, and which is where number of tokens, the price, and the response, and the type of response, the way it went out of its way to tell me more than what I wanted, but not a lot more, just sufficiently enough, right? So that's where GLM 5.1 and 5 were very good models. I'm currently using GLM 5 for last 3, 4, 5 days, and I've been pretty satisfied. I've taken a $30 plan from them, and that's been working really well for me. I mean, so they, with the $30 plan, they almost give you credits as much as Opus $200 would give me, right?
Wow.
So that way I have sufficient credit. It's not run out of credits at all up until now. The only concern I've got is it's a Chinese model. It's sitting inside OpenClaw, which is really powerful. It's got access to my computer, my LAN, my pretty much every model, everything that I'm doing here. So that's a worry that keeps nagging me at times. But apart from that, I'm satisfied with the model, the way it's performing, the way it's doing. So that took up considerable amount of time for me this week, but finally I have a solution which is working for me.
Okay, yeah, that's very interesting. So you basically did an objective analysis of almost all the available usable models with OpenClaw.
So what I did was I created multiple WhatsApp groups. I
Okay.
had one agent and myself in the groups, in different groups, and then I would pass on the exact same message on all the groups to the agent, and would see what the response is, right? So some models like GPT 5.4 mini kept asking me a lot of questions and kept giving me wrong answers, and at times some models would hallucinate, give me very authoritative wrong answers. Those kind of things were there. So I've documented all of that in an article. I can probably add the link for that in this video comment somewhere. So yeah, so that took some time, but then I'm happy that I've got a solution for now which works for me. I don't know how long GLM will support. So I've got a